Hello, everybody. My name is Sonia Rodriguez, and I want to answer the questions stated in the guide. And the first question is, how can you make a first approach to mathematics learning? I have always been afraid of mathematics, and I consider that it was one of the reasons I was never good on it. Um, However, I think that knowing different ways of solving problems would help me a lot on understanding what mathematics was and what was the real purpose of mathematics classes. Knowing different ways of solving problems, I think that it was my first approach to mathematical learning because it made the classes easier and a little bit more successful than before when I was a child. Question number 2. What must you know as a teacher? I think that as a teacher we must feel confident about our knowledge. We need to make sure that we understand what we're teaching. And if it is mathematics, you have to be really, really sure about what you're teaching. It's not just standing in front of a class stating a problem and a solution to it. No, it's necessary to give the students different ways to solve problems and a variety of solutions make the students understand. And there is something very important: you have to be ready to explain and to give answers to students, because students are always going to ask you questions and are going to ask for explanation, and you need to be sure to understand and to teach and to explain what you're teaching. I think that is the most important. Feel confident, feel sure about what you have in your mind and what you're explaining, what you're teaching. It's important that students see your confidence about your knowledge. That is one of the most important parts. Question number 3. What are some ways to learn mathematics as a teacher? There are different ways to learn mathematics as a student and also as a teacher. The most important is to understand that we're always in the process of learning. I think that figuring out what is going on around mathematics will help a lot. Ask questions and state different questions to different problems. It would help us to undergoing in the different finding different solutions to problems. Something that is important is study students thinking. The students are very different, and all of them have different kind of thinking and different ways of solving problems. Talking in class about mathematics, speaking mathematics is also possible and important. Listen and students and prove that they have they are right. Understanding students difficulties, understand when they are struggling to understand something. Understand procedures. Every student have a different way to proceed and to work. It's something very, very important, because everyone has a different way to solve and to learn. Question number 4 is, give examples of what are some teachers mistakes when students are struggling or are making mistakes. One of the most common mistakes teachers have, it's when the students are struggling in learning mathematics, the fact of ignoring them, not showing interest on the problems they're having, no showing interest in their needs, not helping them to understand the subject, ignoring them, being indifferent to them and to their problems, being indifferent to the ways they are solving problems, not having empathy with to make students understanding easier and in a lasting way. That is one of the most common mistakes teachers have. They I don't know, sometimes teachers think that students have to learn the way they learned, and that is something that is almost impossible. Everybody has a different way to learn, and every student is different. So we as a teacher, we need to have a lot of empathy. Otherwise, it's going to be a very difficult way for the students. Question number 5. According to your point of view, what you consider is essential in the mathematics learning process? As a teacher, we need to make sure to have a good relationship with the students. Having students happy, having students comfortable in class will help students to understand easier and to be involved in the learning process. Something that is also important and we need to highlight is the fact of being learning, always learning. As a teacher, we need to learn, we need to be in contact with the different ways, with technology, we need to read a lot, we need to update our knowledge because everything is always changing. So a part of having a good relationship with the students, a part of having students happy in class, preparing the classes for students, not for teachers. It's important to have new things to offer the students in class and to create a good environment in the class. It will make a lot of difference with all teaching, and we always have the possibility to learn not only from other teachers but also from students.